the woman was shocked to discover her new husband from the countryside who sold fish. Not only ate delicacies like snow swallow and king crab, but even used a luxury car to dry fish. As she stood confused, her husband walked in carrying a red cloth bag covered in fish scales. He smiled and said it was a gift for her. When she opened the bag, she found dozens of gold bracelets inside. It turned out the man had an arranged marriage long ago, but the scheming woman refused to marry him because he sold fish. To avoid the shame of breaking the engagement, his family decided to send a widow who had been alone for 5 years. The woman didn't want to at first, but thinking of all the cold looks she endured at her former in-laws' house, she figured it was better to start over, so she reluctantly agreed. On the wedding day, the scheming woman bragged about the luxury car picking her up, then mocked the woman for only having an old van. What she never expected was that the man she looked down on was actually filthy rich. The woman didn't argue. She quietly got in the van. They soon arrived at the man's house, but just as they reached the gate, a chicken flew at her face and startled her. Just then the cheerful mother-in-law came out smiling and warmly invited her in. As soon as she stepped inside, the mother-in-law handed her a pair of silver chopsticks. Before she could react, her eyes were caught by the dishes on the table. They were the kind of food only found in 5-star hotels. But the mother-in-law humbly said these were just homemade meals, and hoped she didn't mind. The woman stared at the feast, completely speechless. It was 100 times better than anything she ever ate at her ex-husband's house. Just then the man came home from work. They looked at each other and were both shocked. Turns out they had met the day before. The man had been riding a tricycle in town and was stopped by an old man. The woman happened to be delivering food nearby and quickly took out her phone to record, helping the man get out of trouble. The old man saw it wouldn't work and left embarrassed. The man had fallen for her right then, and now they were married. He walked up with a smile and handed her a gift. She looked at the red cloth bag covered in fish scales, thinking even if it was fish guts inside, she'd still smile and accept it. But when she opened it, she found a pile of gold bracelets. Thinking she didn't like gold, the man quickly took out a box of diamond jewelry. The mother-in-law also smiled and said the family wasn't well off and hoped she wouldn't mind. The woman couldn't help thinking, if this isn't well off, then the rest of the world must be poor. Curious, she asked if the man's fish farm was big. He confirmed it was, and took her to visit it. She then carefully asked how much money he made each year. He simply pulled out a bank card and said there were billions on it for her to spend freely. This wave after wave of wealth made her feel like she was dreaming. The next day, while delivering food, the man invited her to a banquet. As soon as they arrived, she ran into the scheming woman. She turned to leave quietly, but the woman spotted her, blocked her path, and mocked her for being just a food delivery worker, asking how she could show up here, then snatched the drink from her hand and splashed it on her. The woman immediately asked if she was crazy, saying she was just waiting for someone, but the scheming woman ignored her and accused her of stealing, then told someone to search her. Just then she noticed the gold bracelet on the woman's wrist and sneered, insisting it was stolen. The woman explained it was a wedding gift from her husband, but the scheming woman scoffed, saying a mere fish seller could never afford gold. As they struggled, a necklace fell from the woman's body. The scheming woman picked it up and realized it was a one of